The steep rise of the COVID-19 curve softening, President Uhuru Kenyatta expressed optimism of better times ahead in his 11th address, pointing out that the positivity rate had dropped from 13% in June to 8% this month. The president says Kenyans must not drop the ball and lose focus, adding that the virus is opening up a new battlefront.
This crisis has, however, begun to percolate to the counties. The new frontier of this invisible enemy is increasingly shifting to the counties and to our rural areas.
Consequently, the president has extended closure of all bars and nightclubs in the country for another 30 days. The nationwide curfew has also been extended for 30 days, while 100 people can attend weddings and funerals, up from 15. Restaurants will now close at 8 p.m., a 1-hour extension to operating hours.
In the next 30 days, I have also directed that the Ministry of Health, in conjunction with all bar owners, will develop self-regulating mechanisms as part of their civic responsibility to their clientele in order to allow their resumption.
The president also directed formulation of guidelines from the Ministry of Sports, with the country expected to host a continental athletics event on the 26th of September this year, as well as the Kenya Open, an international golf tournament in November. The Sports Ministry has issued return to sports guidelines 3 days ago, awaiting feedback from stakeholders.
That the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage and the Ministry of Health will jointly issue guidelines on the gradual resumption of sporting events.
The president has directed the formation of reference groups on COVID-19 that will review the efficacy of responses to the pandemic so far. The group will also identify weak links in the health sector and identify institutional weaknesses in both national and county hospitals. Other than localizing procurement of non-pharmaceuticals, the reference group is also required to establish a COVID-19 vaccine consortium to engage with other international bodies. The president saying tax cuts at the beginning of the pandemic put 47.8 billion shillings into taxpayers' pockets, including 14 billion shillings in tax refunds. The president saying economic growth stood at 4.6% compared to 5.5% last year.
A crisis represents both a danger but also an opportunity. And those who horrify themselves with danger, unfortunately, will not survive.
The inflation rate has been recorded on the low at 4.4% compared to 6.3% during a similar period last year. There were 213 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, pushing the caseload to 33,016. 5 patients succumbed to the virus, taking the tally to 564. The recoveries as of today are 19,296. Elfas Lagat, Citizen TV, Nairobi.